It's called the butterfly effect, or the snowball effect. I had written down a set of principles as I watched my neighbor pinch their clothes onto the line, the warm breeze rustling my paper irritatingly. The sun was getting in my eyes, and I just decided it was a sign for me to shut myself back in. I set those principles onto the counter, assessing them over a granola bar. These principles were the pieces of my manifesto going into this new year. I was a few months off, as it is May, but I thought it was fine. As the principles list: 1. Do not fail my upcoming eye exam. 2. Do not forget to check the mail. 3. Check every door is locked before leaving the house. These are benign. They're just there to remind me I shouldn't think myself some god after I began my plan to supersede reality. So, the snowball effect is what happens when you fail your eye exam. You're so bummed out that you forget to check the mail, and as you leave the house to go check the mail, you decide to go on a walk to clear your mind, and you forget to lock the door, or something like that. And then your grandma dies because she was in the guest room and you got home invaded. And then you have to go to your grandma's funeral and watch as her other grandkids get the cool things in the will, and you get that weird ball thing with the needles in it because your grandma thinks you have no good hobbies anyways. Yes, I do. It started benign, and as I had written these things down, I realized I am painfully boring. Now that I bummed myself out, I decided, what vice should I pick up? There's drugs, sex, violence, video games, all four. Drinking. That's just more substance abuse. Writing. Okay. Now I can pick a virtue. There's charity. I scratched my head and thought, what qualifies as a virtue? I thought I'd have more. After some more head scratching, I decided my vice should be food, and I looked through my fridge, pulling out some leftovers. All of a sudden, years had gone by. I looked through my box of mementos, forgotten papers, and found this random note. Well, I don't have glasses, so I guess I achieved the first one. I guess I forgot the other two sometimes. I don't remember what this was about. As I pulled the rabbit out from my hat, I looked over at the audience and pictured myself somewhere else, where I was picturing myself somewhere else, somewhere that was here, and I looked forward straight into me, where I'm looking forward. As I am writing these principles down to cancel the eye exam, check other people's mail, and break into other people's houses, I had just wondered if there was the possibility that these ripples in my head sprouted constant new worlds, and what vices and virtues I could spill into them, like oil and water. I wondered what new creations of me would bleed out into the page, and if the ink spilled when no one was around to hear it, did it make a difference? I don't know if I'm spilled ink, if I'm something porous and fluid. Which size of the snowball am I in a sea of endless repetitions and relativity?